In this video, we will look into a little bit more how to use drag and drop and how to handle the camera. We will also use a couple of commands such as blend and also chamfer, and we will create this part. So I will close this scene like so, and then we need a new scene, so I will click this button. And I will also use a block, so I will left drag a block and drop it here. Then I come down here to change the camera angle. I press this button, and when I hover the mouse over the command top front right, we see that we can also use I on the keyboard to change the camera angle to top front right. So if I press the I key, I will change the camera angle to top front right. Then we have fit scene command. We can use D on the keyboard, D as David, to activate fit scene command. I will press D like so. So these two shortcuts are good to remember because we will use it frequently. I for top front right and D for fit scene. Then I will click the block so that I will come to the IntelliShape level, and we see that this handle is already selected. So here I will type 80 and hit enter. And this handle is already selected, so I type 60 and hit enter. And the height handle is selected. I will type 50 and hit enter. Then I will press D on the keyboard to get fit scene. Then I will deselect by clicking in the scene. Then I will use H block to make a cut in the block. So I will drop the H block here. I will grab this handle and press the shift key to snap to this side. And I will grab this handle and use the shift key to snap to this side. And I will grab the lower height handle. Here I will type 25 and hit enter. And then I want the distance between this side and this edge to be 15 millimeters. So I will click this icon. Then we have the shape handles. So now I can right click this shape handle and use distance from point and point. I will select this edge and I will type 15 and hit enter. And I want this distance to be 40 millimeters. So I will right click this shape handle and use the same command. I will choose point, select the edge and type 40 millimeters like so. Then I will deselect by clicking in the scene. Then I want to round these edges, and to do that I will use blend edges. I will click this command, and if we come over to the properties we see that we have several types of blend. We have constant, 2 points and so on, but we will use constant. And I will select this edge. But if you by mistake select a face or a surface, you can undo that selection by going to the properties, and we see here that we have this geometry box, or selection box. You can right click the selected row and you can choose delete. Clear can also be used if you have several selections and you want to clear the whole window. But now we have only one selection, so I will choose delete that row like so. Then I come over here to select the edge, and I can use these handles to make an adjustments to get a preview how it will look like. Then I will come over to the properties and I will type in the right value here in this box. I will type 15 millimeters and hit enter. And I will also round this edge. And I will grab this handle because I want the blend to go all the way to the edge. So I will grab the handle, I will press and hold the shift key to snap to this side, and then I will let go the left mouse button and the blend will go all the way to the edge. Then I will click OK here. Next step will be to add or cut a hole through this part. So I will come over here to grab an H cylinder, grab it, drag it and drop it on the center point. I will change the diameter to 20. Then I will grab the lower height handle and also press and hold the shift key to snap to the bottom of the part like so. And we have a hole that goes right through the part. Orbit a little bit because I want to chamfer this edge And to do that I will use chamfer edges, this command. And if we come over to the properties, we see that we have several types of chamfer, but we will use distance in this case. So I will select the edge. But if you by mistake select a face, you can come over to the properties, right click in this selection box and choose delete and make another selection. Click the edge and you can make an adjustment to see how it will look like. And we will change the distance here in the properties, and I will type 15 for the distance and hit enter. Then I come up here to click OK, and we have chamfered that edge. Then I will orbit the camera to this side. Next step is to round off these edges, and we will pick the blend edges command, and I will select this edge. And we see that the radius is too big, so I will come over to the properties. Here I will type 2 and hit enter. If you come down here, we see that we have advanced options and smooth connected. That box is checked. If I uncheck that box, we will see that now it's only the one I selected that is visible. So if I use the smooth connected, all smooth connected lines or edges will be selected. So in this case I'm satisfied with the selection, so I will click OK. And I will also chamfer the edges for on the whole, that one, and at the bottom. So I will come up here to pick the chamfer command, and I will change the distance here in the properties to 2 millimeters and hit enter. Then I will select this edge and the edge at the bottom, like so, and then I will right click in the scene and click OK, like so. If I want to change the radius of this blend, I can click on the blend until I see this box. I can click in the box and I will highlight the value, and I can type in another value like 10 millimeters and hit enter, and then I will deselect by clicking in the scene. If I want to change the blend on these edges, of course I can click the blend like I did with this one, but it's more convenient to go to the scene browser, click the plus sign, and then select the blend we have in the scene browser, and we see that we have 4 boxes to change. But if you right click the blend in the scene browser, we have edit feature options. So if I select the edit feature options, I have the selection box, and here you see that all edges are selected. Here I can change the radius, and I will type 1 and hit enter, and all blends will be changed. And I will right click in the scene and click OK, like so. I can also change the chamfer by clicking on the chamfer until I see the box, and I will highlight the value and type 1 and hit enter, and then I will deselect by clicking in the scene, like so. Then I will press I for top front right and D for fit scene. And now you can finish this part by, for instance, add more holes and add more blends and chamfers.